You are in a pit of rants. This one's for you, Shock, who says, rant about writer's block, particularly any experience when writing scripts for anime analysis videos. To me, I think that writer's block is essentially the result of you know that you understand something, but you don't know why or how to put it into words yet. And it's very difficult to recognize, like, when you can or can't do that, right? Like, how much of it is beating your head against the wall going to help, and how much do you need to wait around for a realization? You know what I mean? So, like, for me, I'm working on a script right now about Linkin Park because I was listening to their first album and I was thinking about the lyrics, and I had a certain suspicion about a way that I could read this album. So, like, had I just tried to go ahead and write a script in that moment, I would not have known what to say because I did not know how I would justify this claim. Once I had read through all the lyrics of all the songs on the album, then I felt as though I would be able to justify the claims much better. However, in order to give more context to the claims that I was going to make, I then also listened to the rest of Linkin Park's discography in order to, compare how everything that they did, interacts with this idea that I have about the album. And then, I read up on the whole band's history and each member's history and all the things that they did. And, all of this feeds into my original theory and makes it easier for me to write because I have even more perspective on why I thought the thing that I thought. Through all this information that helps to, make the point more strongly, and also to make sure that I do not contradict my point, that none of the information I find ends up making me reconsider my idea or, perhaps causes me to flesh it out in even more depth or understand it in ways I didn't initially. So, like, writer's block, the best way through it is not to task yourself, how do I figure out how to write this thing? I don't know how to write it, I just know it's in my head. Instead, it would be to go and do other things to try and dislodge that information. Do other things that are related. Do things that you think will help you to pass this information through. Like, if you're trying to write a paragraph describing a lodge and you can't figure out how, maybe go look at a lodge. Maybe go to a lodge and see how it makes you feel, and it will help you to, figure out why you were thinking of that location in the first place, So, yeah, that's my advice.